Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates, where we discuss the local real estate market right here in our valley. I'm Kelly Warren, and I'm in the studio this morning with my husband, Jim. He's also my business partner and co-host this morning to talk to you about what's new in the real estate world.
Good morning.
Good morning. So today is December 16th, and we are, less than 2 weeks away from Christmas?
Oh, it's my favorite holiday.
We're 9 days, and our Christmas stuff with the size of our families, all your siblings in town, all my siblings in town, all the kids, we got to start a couple days early to make sure we see everybody. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, Christmas has to be my favorite holiday all year long because we get to see everybody.
Yeah.
And we all come together, and it's so fun. And with our kids, it became amazing once we started having kids, because as you're growing up and you remember the holidays and you have a lot of fun and it's a blast, is great. But then once you have children and you see that you make that happen for them, and I have to give 100% of credit to Kelly.
I'll
because,
take it.
Because you are amazing at making sure that they are surprised and making the holidays absolutely beautiful for them, and I just love it.
I enjoy the giving of it and the providing it too.
Yeah.
So it's fun all the way around.
The funny thing is, years past in different jobs and careers that I've had, I never really had a lot of time to do a lot with it, and you have always done amazing things for the kids, and then when it came down to it, you would give me credit, and it just warms my heart, and the amount of love that's in our family during the Christmas time just makes me as happy as can be.
Well, that's swell. I like that. I like to hear that. And you know what? As great of a year as we've been having business-wise, I know so many realtors and even so many people in other professions kind of shut down and take off this month.
Yeah.
And we do not. We've been busy. We've even got 2 open houses today. We've been listing and selling homes. So we're having a fantastic December to finish out the year. I brought with me today one of our agents, Megan Martini. Hi, Megan.
Hi, Kelly.
So Megan came in the studio to talk with us. So, if you've been listening for the last couple of weeks, you've been meeting some of our team members, and we've been talking about different topics with you. So Megan is one of our younger agents. You've been, a year?
About going on 2 years.
Almost 2 years in the business. Crazy. Time flies.
And she's been with us about a year now, right?
Yeah, a year and a half. Yeah. So what I love about Megan is her sweet, sensitive, positive spirit. I really do, Megan, because it's fantastic for working with first-time buyers. You have the patience for them. You get along and you relate with them. And then on the flip side, even when somebody is helping their parents downsize or helping an elderly move or something like that, you have the calmness and the compassion for them. So
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, she's very sweet with that.
She is. I love having her.
Yeah, you do need it for it.
You do,
It's an important thing, and there's a lot going on in people's lives when they're moving or selling or any of that stuff. And
it's an emotional process too, so you do have to relate.
Always, yes. And always has bittersweet components, most of the time people are happy to be moving, but sad to be leaving whatever it is behind. So, it's fun stuff.
Cool.
So Megan, one of her things that I love, and we were just kind of talking about that even, is when I said to her, what do you love about what you're doing? What's your answer to that?
I love just giving my buyers their keys to their new home. When it's finally over with, they found their new home, and you give them their keys, and they're
key day.
Key day.
They're always so excited.
Buyers always are, yes.
That's the best part. They're getting moving ready, and
possession and everything. So we wanted to talk a little bit about, the industry has become so computer driven. There are thousands of real estate websites. The big three, the top three: Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, our personal KellySoldIt.com website. I mean, you don't get much bigger than that.
That's KellySoldIt.com?
That is KellySoldIt.com. You can find all of our properties and all of our information there if you're thinking about buying or selling.
And all of our agent information.
Oh, yes.
I was thinking about that. We've had a lot of agents in here and stuff, and we are lucky to have Megan in here today. But if someone just really feels like they connect with one of our agents, you can find out their information on kellysoldit.com.
Sure. You might like a different personality or a different approach or something that one agent offers over another. So, so today Megan and I were going to touch base on basically just Zillow, because that is such a popular site, very well advertised, very user friendly. The public likes to go to Zillow, but it's got some pros and cons. So, Megan, what do you see as some of the cons to that site if you're a buyer and you're searching?
So some of the cons could be they post houses that are on there. Sometimes they're not always active. Sometimes they're contingent. Sometimes they're sold, and they're still showing up as being active and available. So.
Yeah, true. Some of the, you know, I have a buyer a lot of times that'll call and say, like, I saw this house on Zillow, and then when we go and look it up, then it'll already be under contract, or it won't be an active home on the market. So the things about Zillow that make that happen are the homes that are not active on the market, for example. They have just about every address in there. You can type in your address, you can claim your home, you can update information about it, and your home may not be for sale, but it's just there as market information.
Right.
So just because you drove past a house and it looked empty and you typed in the address and then an agent came up in the bottom of the page and you called us, doesn't mean that that's a home for sale. It'll say right on there, not for sale. But the homes that are for sale and maybe you're under contract, Zillow seems to have a little bit more of a lag. You know, they go pending in our MLS and not yet marked contingent or pending on Zillow.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of, I think once the active part starts, there's a lot of different avenues that house can go in the digital world that can affect how it's going to show up on other websites. So that is very important. It's one of the reasons why it's so important to get an agent. Especially if you're buying a house, because they're going to know how to dig into that stuff and how to figure it out for you, and really get you the best advice on those types of situations.
Yeah, when you're really looking to, you have to be aggressive about it because it goes fast. So you could, really need an agent to do so.
Yeah. You do. And what we can do different for you is if we know what area you're looking in, what price range, what square footage or bedroom sizes, or things like that you want, your criteria on a home, what makes a home the home for you. We have access through our multiple listing, our MLS, that we can set up an instant search for you. And the minute new homes hit the market, they can be in your email, and only the homes that meet your criteria. So there's no sense in you looking in all of Austintown when you really only want certain areas of Austintown.
Right.
Or no sense in you looking at, if you're looking for homes in Canfield and you specifically want Canfield schools, there are some homes that are Canfield mailing but are South Range or Austintown schools. So we can take those out of the mix for you and only send you Canfield schools. So we can really fine-tune what you're looking for and get it directly to you when it's new information. And when that home goes pending or off market, then those are taken out of your search, so you're not looking at things that you can't purchase. That's the most efficient way to go, to hire a realtor, and you can do that by calling us at 330-717-2689. That's our office number, 717-2689. You can call or text or visit us at kellysoldit.com.
Is that number at kellysoldit.com?
Yes. Dan Rivers told us that we would have to repeat it multiple times, so Jim likes to, I say it, and then Jim throws it back in there.
Listen, I always listen to the professionals. They know more than I do.
Right, Dan's been on the radio a few times, so. Okay, so then on the flip side of this, so if you're on Zillow and you're a homeowner and you're thinking about selling your house, and one of the first places they go is they want to check out, now what does my profile look on Zillow, and let me claim this and say that I have a hot tub, or say that my garage is 2 cars instead of the 1 car that they have on there, or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can update that information, and then Zillow gives you their home value estimate. So you have a Zestimate of what your home is worth. How accurate do we find that information?
That's not always very accurate, yes.
There's memes for realtors about what Zillow said, and it's no.
So it's their pricing thought process behind it is pretty good, and a lot of that stuff we use ourselves. The problem is no one representing them or the area has come into your home, has seen your home, doesn't know or understand the dividing lines between school districts or something like that. So there's so many different things that can affect your home valuation, and for them to just throw a number on there,
Right.
It might be good.
It's simply a computer algorithm.
Yeah.
You know, it is just making things very black and white, when with homes, they're not always such, you
Right,
know.
right.
Just because you were built in 1977 and you're the same amount of square foot as the house across the street could be a difference in school district. Across the street could have apartments in the backyard.
It could be
Across the
granite
street could
countertops.
have,
It could be,
the interior can be in different conditions.
yeah, things like that.
And as much as you would think little interior conditions like that maybe shouldn't or don't impact the value of the house, if you have got that shiny penny beautiful house that you
Yeah.
walk into and the buyer's jaws drop, that home is worth more to a buyer. They will pay higher for it every day of the week.
Every day of the week. Yep.
So if you're starting your home selling process and you're going on Zillow getting information, let that be just the start. Make sure that you reach out to us or definitely a professional so that we can get you the proper information on, you know, what the home is truly worth and how long we think it would take to sell and what we do as far as marketing, and we can give you a free in-home market analysis.
Hey, you're listening to Real Estate Radio. If you're enjoying the show and thinking about buying a new home, we would love to help you. Please have an entire team of agents and staff dedicated to meeting your home buying needs. Go to kellysolditcom to contact us and give us opportunity to help you achieve the American dream of home ownership. We would love to work with you.
And the office phone number again is 717-2689, or if you want to work with Megan directly here, you can give her a call too at 330-397-3646. You have one of those nice easy phone numbers, 3646.
Easy to remember.
I like that.
Or you can find Megan's information too on our kellysoldit.com website. So we're going to move over and go into our home pick of the week. I have a house. I'm going to start because I'm excited about this one.
Okay.
This home is a friend of mine. I've sold previous homes of theirs. I know the family, and I want so badly sometimes for our clients, we get like emotionally involved. I want to get this thing sold for her. So this is 2060 Burning Tree Lane. This is in Liberty Schools. This house is fun, you know. I think that the contemporary, or maybe the proper term would be the mid-century modern, it's a very architecturally fun house. It's only the second owner. It has an interior waterfall. It has an in-ground pool. It's sitting on over an acre at a dead end. It's got a 2-car attached garage and then an additional detached garage. It's over 5,000 square feet.
Wow.
So this is a fun home. This is a nice family home. This is a contemporary home, well cared for home, and in-ground pool, you know, nice place to entertain.
Yeah.
So definitely give us a call about 2060 Burning Tree Lane. That's in Liberty, and we're on the market at $289. Getting a lot of interest in the house. It's not going to last very long. You can check it out on kellysoldit.com. Megan, what's your home pick of the week?
My home pick of the week is 9320 Knopf Road in Canfield. That home is really nice. It's custom built, Canfield Schools, 4 bedrooms. It has about 3,500 square feet. It's on a corner lot. It's a beautiful home. It has a mother-in-law suite connected to it. And then it does have a huge family room that was originally an in-ground pool. So
Yeah.
you could do a lot with that too. It's a lot of space.
So they were in the process of building this house, and they, didn't finish that last room. That it was going to be an indoor pool room, could potentially be a family room. So it's unfinished, which to me is like blank canvas, like fun.
Right.
Yeah. I've got 100 ideas of what we can do to this room. So we're really looking for the right buyer for that house, who's willing to, maybe a renovation loan or something like that, where they can really make the home their own.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I like mother-in-law suites.
Yeah.
True.
I think those are cool, and
And
not that I want to bring my mother-in-law to live with us.
I'm going to tell Marlene.
But what I love is it's a whole nother living space. So when Kel's mad at me or yelling at me, I can go stay over there.
Well, not just mother-in-laws, but so we're starting to be at the point in our family where our oldest 2 boys are 17 and 18.
Yeah.
We have Jim's sister stays with us. She's in her 20s, but something like that for your college age kids, your kids that are, adult enough to be independent,
yeah.
but financially not stable enough. And you know who lives like that? Is our friend Megan, because Megan currently lives in a she shed. This is my most favorite thing. We talk about this at the office all the time. But
it's really cool that
you were like moving into it as those commercials were coming out. It like got so popular. So yes. So Megan had been out on her own, but you know, family and multi-generational and grandparents needing help, and so it's easier to be back at home with them and yet to be independent.
Exactly, yeah. So this is like a little office space, a little, you know, you could do pretty much anything. It is heated, it has electric.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. We're going to go into our last home pick of the week before we take our break.
All right, real quick. My favorite one this week is 4372 South Raccoon Road. That is also in Canfield, Canfield Schools. It's practically right across the street from Fox Den. I love this house because of how it sits on that corner. I feel like it has so much more yard because of that. It's very well priced. It's a 4-bedroom, 3 baths in Canfield Schools at $219,900. So there's nothing in Canfield for sale, and 4 bedrooms. Like,
yeah,
this is a steal.
It's a really cool house too. The kitchen, dining room, and living room are very open concept. Then your bedrooms go off one wing. It's got a lofted space, and then it has a separate kind of sunken family room over by the garage. Nice view of the backyard and porch from there. 3,000 square foot ranch in Canfield for that price?
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Where are you guys at? For more information on any of these homes, to schedule your private showing, go to kellysoldit.com or give us a call or text at 717-2689. We'd love the opportunity to apply for the job of being your real estate agent, whether you're buying or selling. We would love to work with you. If you have real estate questions, we'd love to answer them for you. You can write to us at askkelly@kellysoldit.com. If you're just tuning in, you can catch a replay of today's show and all of our segments on our Facebook page, which is by going on Facebook and searching Kelly Warren and Associates. You can like our page, you can get notified about any of our new properties and hear any of our future shows. Also on Facebook, you can see a little bit more about each of these properties that we're talking about. And since we had talked about Megan's she shed, we were on the break remembering that she's got a mini she shed. She just can't escape this at the office because we are doing a holiday desk decorating contest. Some of our staff, we got into this pretty good last year. This is our 2nd annual year with it. And we're going to be posting our voting. You can vote on our Facebook page for some of our desk decorating. So hop on, like the page, give a vote to who you like. You can enjoy Megan's she shed or Patty's fireplace or Sean's snowman. We got all kinds of stuff going on over there. So anyway, before we hop into our questions, you do still have time if you want to send a question to ask Kelly at kellysoldit.com. Anything real estate related, we'd be happy to answer for you. But first, we have 2 open houses this week. Like, this is the week before Christmas, and we are doing open houses. So that's how good the market is. Megan, why don't you go with yours first? I think yours is earlier.
So yeah, today we have from 11 to 12:30, 1313 Redtail Hawk. It's a condo in Boardman. 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, and then the condo, it also has a pool, a patio, porch, clubhouse, all that kind of stuff too. So it's a really nice condo in Boardman.
It's nice back there. One of the things I love about that place, again, is it's easy access to everything. You're right there on you can come right around to 224.
And when you pull out there, and some of the developments like, Pearson behind Best Buy and stuff doesn't have the red light there when you pull out, but Red Tail Hawk, when you pull out by golf headquarters and the plaza with, the Greek and all the little food places, you've got a red light right there on 224.
That's another good thing about it is, like, you can walk right there to those restaurants.
Sure.
Blue Wolf's right there, stuff like that. So if you don't mind walking, it's nice to walk right there and get some little exercise. And, I could go to one of those restaurants, eat a nice sized meal, and then walk it off. But obviously I don't do that much.
Too funny. Okay, so that one is listed at $129,900 and open today from 11 a.m. to 12:30. And then I've got one for you that is also open today from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. This is 3192 Main Street in Mineral Ridge, on the market at $249,900. This is a fun house. It was a firefighter's home. It's huge. It's actually 7 bedrooms, 4 on the first floor and 3 on the lower level. The lower level is walkout. Part of the lower level is set up like an in-law suite. So in addition to the bedroom in that area, it's got a little kitchenette, little family room door that goes up and out to the patio, and a full bath over there. So somebody can really have a cool setup there. Large family room, beautiful updated kitchen, gorgeous sunroom for sitting and enjoying the day. And it is decked out for entertaining, because then off of the kitchen comes the sunroom, and off of the sunroom comes the deck, and off the deck comes the pool, and the whole yard's fenced in, and like, this is a house for a good time. So,
yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yes.
That sounds really nice.
Yes, and then a whole bunch of garages here too. That house has over 4,000 square feet of living spaces, including the lower level, just under 3 acres, and then it's a 3-car attached garage, and I believe it has this little shed garage too. So
Nice.
there you go. Somebody could move into it.
You guys in that shed.
I'm obsessed with Megan's new shed. I never got to live in one. It's the whole trend, like the
buy you
tiny
one.
houses.
We should put one in the backyard for you, Cal.
We need to list one, like just a little piece
just
of
a
land with
shed.
a little.
Oh
with
my
a little
goodness.
shed on it.
You guys are so funny.
All right, so we're gonna hop into our question of the week here. And this week, kind of interesting, we got the same question worded a little bit different from 2 different perspectives. So I think that we should talk about this and maybe go into some details, help the market understand what we're looking at here. So first question was based from a buyer side, wanting to know that they said they're looking at a house, and the house is offering an allowance for a roof. So obviously there's some roof problems, or there wouldn't be a roof allowance offered, but they said that they were also getting a closing cost credit, and the lender kind of put the halt on this and said you can't get a roof allowance and a closing cost credit because lenders don't like you to get that much money put in. So that's the buyer side question is, why can't I get the roof credit and the closing cost credit?
Right.
Now, we got basically the same question from a different listener coming from the seller side. They wanted to put in new carpet. They don't want to pick a color. What if somebody doesn't like it? The hard floors are a trend right now. What if somebody rips out the carpet, the brand new carpet, to put in hard floors?
Yeah.
So they're saying instead of putting in new carpet, they want to give a carpet allowance.
Okay.
So they're asking what our opinion is on that. So I thought we could kind of marry these 2 questions and talk about the idea of allowances.
Well, so a couple of different things here with the allowances in the financial aspect of it. There are a lot of different avenues to go down. So this is one of those things where I would definitely tell my client, we have to talk to your loan officer. We have to see if this is possible for you. We have to see what type of program you're in. VA, FHA, conventional, all of them have different rules. All of them have allowed different things. And so this is, for example, for a roof, well, if it's snowing or, 20 degrees outside, you don't want to be tearing off a roof in some cases. So is there a time frame? Can we postpone that roof repair?
Well, I would think that allowance, if it can't be given to you, because a lot of times those allowances honestly do get turned into just a closing cost credit, and that's the form of the allowance. If you were buying a $100,000 house and somebody was going to give you a $2,500 allowance for carpet and you weren't getting a closing cost credit from the seller, that's the easiest way to do that, is have that $2,500 be a closing cost credit.
Okay.
So we're calling it a carpet allowance, but the lender's calling it a closing cost credit.
Okay.
So now if the seller's already giving you a closing cost credit, and a roof normally is above that much money, so it might be above how much you can get.
Yeah. So with that being said, the federal government has put in place that you're only allowed to receive so much money as closing cost credit.
Correct.
So that always has to be a concern when you're offering a
the
credit
maximum
like
is 6%, and depending on the type of loan you're getting, and the price of the house, 6% is pretty high sometimes.
And sometimes it's not high enough.
Right.
So it just depends.
And if you need a new roof, then it's not.
Right.
Then the other thing to talk about is the type of loan that you're getting, because if you're going FHA or VA, and how bad is the roof problem? Do you have drywall hanging down? Do you have water leaking into the house?
Right.
Or is it just at the end of its life?
Right.
Because if it's just at the end of its life and it's fine today and it's going to be fine for the next year, it'll pass the appraisal without a problem. But if you've got an active leak, it's not going to pass those loan situations.
Right.
So my best advice to you is talk to your realtor. If you don't have one, we'd love to work with you. Give us a call directly, and I'm going to respond to your email more thought-wise than this
More
conversation
directly.
too. And talk to your loan officer, because
Yes.
the other way that you could possibly get this through is do your closing cost credit and do the roof as an escrow.
Right.
Because you can add the escrow to the closing cost credit. You can make that go through with most loan situations, depending on how bad the current roof is.
Right. Your loan officers are gonna know your circumstance, your program, and what it will do.
Right.
So that's important.
Okay. So flip side. So we've got a seller asking about an allowance as a carpet.
As a seller.
Yes, as a
Okay.
seller. So on that one, Megan, you show a lot of houses to a lot of buyers. Do you think that they see the closing cost, the allowance for carpet as a positive thing, or do you think they'd rather see new flooring in there?
It can either go either way. Most of the time they do see it as a positive thing, because then, like you said, they could pick out, their style, their color, everything that they want.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes if you get certain buyers, they can't really picture what it's going to look like with new carpet, so then they just turn down the home.
Right.
But most of the time I would say that they see it as a positive thing.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that from the buyer's perspective, they usually do see, allowance as a positive thing. That's like a nice shiny word. Like, I have some money, I can do what I want with. But when they walk into the house, if the old flooring is poor, I think sometimes they see that as a negative. Just a lower grade pretty carpet, really brightens up and freshens up the house and makes it look attractive to them
Not
for
even
move-in day.
necessarily lower grade. I would do it. So if it were me, I would do it as if I were going to live there.
Yeah.
So, how will I like the way it looks? So I'd rather do that, and then when someone else comes in, 99% chance they're gonna like your taste too. So it's the ones that are way out there that
Right.
get crazy. So
Sure. Any other thoughts on this allowance stuff?
I could go on this.
So, I think we're winding down here. I think we're at the end of our time. So if you are a buyer or a seller and you've got further questions on allowances or Zillow or anything else, please don't hesitate. Reach out to us. That's what we're here for. We'd love to share our knowledge with you, and we'd love to work directly with you. You can give us a call at 330-717-2689, online at kellysoldit.com. If you've enjoyed the show and you're thinking about selling your home, that's what we do best, day in and day out. We sell homes for happy customers. Go to kellysoldit.com, contact us, give us the opportunity to apply for the job of selling your home. We'd love to work with you, and we'd love to show you our open houses today. Be sure to check those out, either at the open house in the Vindicator today or online at kellysoldit.com. Thanks for listening.